1992, DCI celebrates its 20th anniversary in Madison, Wisconsin, back in the friendly confines of Camp Randall Stadium. It was the year that Bill Clinton would be elected president over George Bush. I covered Clinton on the campaign trail, and the guy was just tireless as a campaigner. It was also the year that Hurricane Andrew would slam South Florida. I had never seen destruction like that in the United States. U.S. troops would go on a humanitarian aid mission to Somalia. That would take a dramatic turn in the next year. Musically, Whitney Houston set records with her record, I Will Always Love You. On television that year, it was Murphy Brown for comedy and Northern Exposure for drama, and we certainly had some Northern Exposure in Madison.
The story, the Cavaliers. When you talk about tireless campaign, when you talk about relentless, when you talk about perfection, you have to talk about the Cavaliers that year. They went full force to take in their 44th anniversary, our 20th anniversary DCI title. They were terrific in every way, but they were led really by their percussion and by the magic visuals of Steve Brubaker.
Finally, they got the gold ring.
They finally get the gold, and they were the crowd favorite, wouldn't you agree?
Sentimentally, absolutely. And some familiar faces fell out of the top echelon in their anniversary years.
Well, it's funny because it's 25th anniversary for the Phantom Regiment and for Santa Clara Vanguard. Santa Clara mounts a show with Fiddler on the Roof, Phantom with 1812, two favorites. We talk about character, we talk about identity. This should have worked for them. There should have been a lot of public support for these shows, and in fact, it was quite the reverse. They were dismissed as nostalgia.
Yeah. We also lost some leaders in the activity that year.
This was a tragic year for us. Three great visual artists, Steve Brubaker from the Cavaliers, John Brzali from Phantom Regiment, and George Zingali from the Cadets of Bergen County and Star of Indiana, all die within 18 months of each other. It's such a loss that we barely recover visually, and everybody feels the pain of their units as well as the pain of our own organization in losing them.
But the activity continues to percolate, and boy, there were some moments on that field. My personal moment, Blue Devils. When a man loves a woman, boy, to quote a famous drum corps announcer, sultry, and that described that tune.
To a T.
Welcome back to Marching Arts Network. I am the Stressmaster. Thank you all for joining me. Really do appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying the clips at the beginning of this. I mean, it's there. They really tell the story of like what happened during 1992 or 91 or whatever year we're watching. Steve Rondinero, Michael Cesario, great little clips they put at the beginning. I took them from the Legacy series, so I can't claim credit for anything, of course, but just great. Kind of gives you an idea of like what was happening during that time. That's 32 years ago. That's a long time ago. This is my fourth year in drum corps. Our last year making finals that I was with the corps, and also their last year making finals. It was a great year. 92 was interesting. We had come really far in 1991. We had a lot of age outs from 91 to 92, so it made it a little bit challenging in 92, but we seemed to have another great horn line. We did really, really well. We also saw a lot of other great shows that year. Blue Devils, When a Man Loves a Woman, everybody loves that part. I actually like the opening too, because I'm a Harry Connick Jr. fan. Cadets, Cavaliers, the list goes on and on and on. But what did I pick for my favorite show? So I really loved Star of Indiana in 92. They had a great, fantastic show. Cavaliers were great too. They had some great, fantastic drill. But my pick, you guys know this, my favorite show of all time is 1992 Cadets, To Tame the Perilous Skies. So we're going to watch To Tame the Perilous Skies. This, like I said, this is one of my favorite, I think this is my all-time favorite show. It has all the classic drum corps elements in it. We have velocity, we have cool drill, we have great music, great runs, great drum line, great guard. Just a fantastic show from beginning to end. Oh, I almost forgot. If you have not subscribed, there's a special offer for you right now. It's free. That's right, subscribing is free. It doesn't cost you anything. You just click the button down below, down over here somewhere, and then you can subscribe. And then also make sure you check out our community page where we have lots of cool things going on there too. All right, let's get to it. Here we go, and let me cue it up. Ooh, that sound. Such a unique timbre this year. And the upper voices, when you get into sopranos and stuff, they're kind of like ba 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 da, and they get that really loud chord, but you can hear them just kind of like this much above everybody else. It's so cool. My friend Stephen Prosser marching the mellophone line somewhere in this video. I absolutely love the guard uniforms. They have a layered uniform. They have the jumpsuit underneath and the flight jacket and the goggles and stuff on top. Woo. Mellophones. That sound, man. And it's such a prominent baritone sound at times. I really love how every section gets to shine a little bit here. Oh, this is my favorite part right here. The propellers, so cool. So amazing. I'm an aviation fanatic, World War II fanatic. I love watching old World War II movies and anything dealing with flight and stuff like that. This actually inspired me to kind of start writing an entire work, kind of based on flight. Nothing here that we're hearing, but this kind of inspired me to kind of really explore that. Damn. Nice. Damn, the color guard is so good. What's interesting is if you listen to the flags, you can hear a little like dangling like sound, and that's just basically a weight. We used to do that all the time when I taught color guard. We had like a bolt on the top, and we put some washers on there, so when you slam it, you can hear this crack, and you can hear the metal hitting it. Such an amazing guard. Those heights, man, and sabers. Nice little brass, man. Really great staging for all the voices and throughout the show. Such a great sound. There's like no holes anywhere in the sound. This move is so cool. Look at that. Look how clean that is. That is a really hard form to hit. And they did it marching backwards and pushing back. That's pretty crazy. This whole show is just so good. I mean, it's everything you want a drum corps show to be, right? fun, fast, entertaining, loud. Lots of licks and runs and cool drum parts and great color guard. This part's so cool, the way they did this. Wow, so cool. Those have got to be hot, though, to wear. So good. My favorite part coming up here, musically. Listen to the conchas. So cool. So cool. And of course, there was baritones in there and euphoniums. But. Toe running right there. That would have been so fun to conduct that show. Great snares, man. I love that, like, God, mellophone, Steven Prosser, dude. Hope your mellophone buddies are watching, because my God, this is the start of this show. So cool. Dang, that part. Holy crap. It's just such a unique tone, like the ensemble has, and you can hear all the parts, like the sopranos sound a certain way. Wow, I'm so 2024. The sopranos have like certain sound to them. You can hear the mellophone, the brass, the low brass, baritones. Just everything, everybody has like a unique texture in the ensemble that you hear so well. Sorry, I was talking over the pit. I apologize, pit. Hear, listen how clearly you can hear the contrast. Holy crap. That little slamming sound, that's the weight with the washer. It may not have a washer, but sometimes they can. It also helps weight the pole, so when you're tossing, the revolutions are more consistent. If you look on the farthest side, the guy's running around. Off the guy's on the 40. He runs all the way around the entire back and around. Pretty darn good company front for running. So cool. Yeah, the crowd was on their feet. That was nutso. Okay, so I'm going to pull up some stuff here. Make sure you guys tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Let me see if I can close this out here. Okay. Such a great show. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do multitask so I don't have to do as many edits. But, I mean, just the gosh. Okay, so where do I start with this? So, from the beginning to the end, it's just a non-stop run fest, except for one section. Everything else is just non-stop running. I did an interview with Stephen Prosser, who's a friend of mine, and he marched 92 cadets. That is going to be up here in the... I was wrong way. That way. It's in the corner. I got to get my finger where it needs to go. It's up there in the corner. It's going to be up in the corner. You can go back and watch it. We talk about some of the things that happened there. I do need to put the second part to it. I keep forgetting to put the second part up. Sorry, Stephen. It was a great interview. We had a great time. But this show is just a monster show. I mean, he talks a lot about like what it took to get it done. A lot of people got injured throughout the way because, I mean, you can see how much they're moving and running and stuff like that. But the playing is just phenomenal. Just phenomenal playing. I don't think they won brass, but they should have. Maybe they did win brass. I don't know. I can never find recaps for anything. Let me see if I can actually track those down. So we're gonna watch the final ceremony because this is the only way I cannot find the recaps. So this at least kind of tells you the recaps, and then you can kind of see
place with a score 93.7, 93.7. The Madison Scouts.
18-9 in brass, 18-5, and 18-8.
In fourth place with a score of 95.4, 95.4, the Blue Devils.
19-5 in brass. God. Wow.
In third place with a score of 96.7, 96.7, Star of Indiana.
It was so good. It was so good this year. I have the video, I think, on this one too. 19-7 in brass, 19-2, but 18-9 in visual. That doesn't make sense to me, but yeah, I do have a show up.
Second place. In second place with a score of 97.0, 97.0, the Cadets of Bergen County.
Look at that, 19 in brass. That was bull crap. That was such bull crap. Hold on, we're going to go back. That is freaking bull crap. A 19-0? Are you... I was going to use the F word. Are you freaking kidding me? There's no flipping way. Let me move myself out of the way. There's no freaking way that should have been a 19-0.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
I'm sorry. That brass was hella good. There's no freaking way they got a 9. And then Blue Devils got a 19-5, and then 19-6 for Star. There's no way that they should have gotten a 19. Anyway, let's keep going. Sorry. But that's why they lost, because they got a 19-0.
In first place with a score of 97.5. 97.5.
Look at the visual score with 19-7, a percussion on 19-8. They were that good. But honestly, Cadets should have beat them in brass. I agree with the other captains.
I've said it in years past, but this place is electric tonight, Kurt. The Cavaliers were...
All right. That's sad. Sorry. I don't agree with that crap at all. That's a load of crap. But anyway. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the music, because it was composed by David Holsinger. So he actually went out and worked with the group. So I'm going to pull up the Wikipedia page, because this actually kind of tells a lot about his works, and then his drum corps experience. So let's go ahead and, so this is the Wikipedia page for David Holsinger. He is the composer of the music. He's now 78 years old, so he's written a lot of music. You can see his, I'm not going to go through his whole history here, but these are a lot of his works. A lot of his works have been performed by many drum corps. God, look at this list. Wow. In the springtime when kings go off to war, which is what they did in 93. Liturgical dances. On a hymn song of Philip Bliss. Also 93 Cadets. Here's some of the drum corps things that he's done. 87 Cavaliers when they did liturgical dances. To Tame the Perilous Skies. And that was the show we just watched. Prelude and Rondo. Strongholds of En-Gedi. Seattle Cascades in the springtime when the kings go off to war, and On a Hymn Song by Philip Bliss was both 93 Cadets. That was a fantastic show too. Love that show. Sinfonio Resurrects from Easter City. So a lot of different things. Sorry, my phone's going off here. Let me silence it. Okay. But you can see there's a lot of stuff going on here, and he actually went out and worked with the group. That was probably, if I was in that drum corps that year, that would have been a fantastic experience for me. And what's interesting is Stephen Prosser, who marched Cadets, actually met Holsinger before this year, and he learned about the Cadets playing Holsinger by Holsinger. So it's kind of like this weird round thing. But that's why my friend Stephen went and marched Cadets, because he met David Holsinger. He said, hey, the Cadets are going to be playing my music, and that's where he ended up going. So fantastic year. I thought this show was amazing. It's one of my favorite shows. It is my favorite show of all time, I think. There's a couple other shows that are up there as well, but this one for sure has everything that you want. If you want a drum corps show, you say, I want a drum corps show, I want a platter of drum corps, you order 92 Cadets. You're not going to be sad. Tell me what you guys thought in the comments down below. I would really appreciate it. And thank you all so much for all your support and all of our videos. If you have not seen our podcast, please go watch our podcast. It happens every week, 1 to 2 weeks. We're trying to spread it out a little bit now, because once the season starts, we're going to be going every single week to give you guys the news and what's going on, scores, recaps, all that stuff. So please stay tuned and make sure you subscribe. That way you get notified when we have those videos come up, and you get notified right away. Then you can go and watch them. We also have our community page. So on our community page, we have a couple different things. You can look at just information going on. Sometimes I put up polls. Sometimes we're going to put information on our community page, and it gets pushed out to YouTube. We also have our merchandise store and memberships, so you can become a member of the Marching Arts Network community. And then you can also go to our merchandise store and help support the channel that way. So we would really appreciate that. So thank you guys so much. Please stay tuned for my next one, which is 1993. And you're going to be seeing that very, very soon. I've already recorded it. I'm actually doing this one backwards because for some reason, nothing recorded. I pressed the record button, but then when I went to get the video, it was gone. So I'm actually doing this after the fact. So you're going to be seeing all the way through 1999. So each year, I try to pick the shows that influence me the most in my life as a person, but also inspirationally for like my writing, my teaching, and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for joining me. See you guys in the next one. Till then, march on.